Salutations, Ranting Engineer back at you. Just came off the golf course. So this first video here, it's going to be about energy, energy transfer of hitting a golf ball really hard. So what do I want to talk about? I want to talk about specifically about golf drivers. And this video is probably going to be mostly just posted to the Golf Buddies Facebook page here in Calgary. Don't buy into the hype of marketing that got to get a new driver, new this, new features, new everything. It's, you know what, drivers have been maxed out since like the early 2000s when it comes to bounce and everything. Now, they get more forgiving, they get more features, blah, blah, blah. But really, when it comes to distance, you need to get the shaft, you need to get a shaft that's fitted to you, is the most important thing. Anyways, when I think about all the drivers I've tried, I got to give a nod to like Callaway and TaylorMade. They've made some big bombers in the past, but two immediately come to mind. The first one is the Cobra 350 SS. That was the first bomber that I remember, or the first bomber that was consistent, and it was easy distance. And it was the first one I remember that I was getting well over 300 yards, much to the chagrin of my friends. I actually found an old one with a Pro Stiff shaft and gave it to my buddy Robbie, and man, he is bombing the snot out of it. Now, the other one is Bridgestone. Bridgestone makes low spin drivers. I picked up the J33 series. I believe I had the R, and then there was the P, and the P was basically the Pro. And that, holy crap, I hit drives that were staggering with that. I actually went up against Lisa Longball Wissick. Hi, Lisa. And we went head to head, and that's the driver that I was beating her with. I was hitting shots over 400 yards. Keep in mind, it was a warm day. It was 32 above, and Lisa was hitting them like 375. Anyways, I digress. So I went out to the course tonight. This is the driver I picked up late last year. This is the Bridgestone J40 Tour Edition. It's the 420, 8.5 degree. Now, I had a long tom a couple years ago, so I've kept that set up. So these drivers I'm going to show you they're 48 inches long. They're all X stiff. This is a big bombing driver. Sets up nice. I don't have to. Just nice easy swing. Freddie Couple swing, Serpy swing. Way you go, boom. I've hit some big bombs with it, but just for shits and giggles, I went and tracked down the J33P. So this is the tour version. This one is the I want to say 375cc, so it's a little bit smaller. So when you compare them, okay, when I tee them up, I've got to tee this one up a little higher. This one's always been a low tee driver. So I know tonight I was practicing an oxbow, and I went to number 5. There was about a 1 club tailwind, and I was challenging my buddy Robbie, okay, let's see if you can drive the green. So tonight, lined up 5 balls each and swung away, and I managed to get a couple drives down there. I got one within 10 yards of the green. Pretty close. So 390-yard drive tonight. It was with this one. This one tonight consistently outdrove the J40 by probably 10 to 15 yards. And when you hit that little sweet spot, because that's the thing, the sweet spot on this thing is not as big as this other one. This one was no compare. Like, this one killed this one. Bit surprising. So don't buy into the hype that you've got to have the next new thing, the next new thing. Drivers have been mostly maxed out. This is 2013. This is an 05. Like, okay, I'm not wanting for distance. So for me, it's, I got to make sure I get the right shaft. I also kind of like a very simple, both of these, when you put them down, are simple, teardrop black, no features, no nothing. Remember the sumo driver that sounded like a beer can? I mean, that big yellow, yeah, traditional. Okay, the point of the matter is this. Out of all these big drivers and stuff out there, I am now putting back in my bag a 16-year-old driver. Okay? That should tell you that you don't really need to buy into all the hype, the technology. Find something that works for you. This is an 8.5 degree, low spin, absolute friggin' bomber, and it is dead accurate. Really accurate. So got the extra stiff shaft on it, set up like a long tom, 48 inches long, and that's what I'm putting in the bag. Now, I have broken the odd driver, so I'll keep the other ones back up because I know it's good, it's consistent. It still hits a long ways. I'm kind of a geek when it comes to stuff. So more distance is always good. More accurate distance is the key. And this J33P right away is already long and accurate. So that should open your eyes. You don't need to go out and spend $600 on a driver. $87. So it was 43, and then I had it reshafted and regripped, so not much. This, the driver head, I think was $70 online. I already had the shaft, so $15 to reshaft it and regrip. Under $100 for both of these bomb drivers. So pretty phenomenal. Now, I do have the matching. I'm going to do a shout out to Golf Traders. They had the matching forward to this, which is another, wow, I can hit that thing 260 for 59 bucks. It was sitting on the bottom shelf and sitting for a year. So the point is find something that works for you. Get the proper shaft. Don't buy into the hype. Again, I'm going to now put back in my bag a driver that was built in 2005. Why not? It works. Have a good night. Bye.